Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris, and I just got done watching Detective Pikachu. And Detective Pikachu is based off the popular handheld game of the same name. We follow the character of Tim, played by Justice Smith. He's recently faced a tragic loss in his life and is forced to go back to his family home where he encounters Pikachu. That's all pretty much say without giving spoilers to you guys. This is a spoiler-free review. Now, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, I want to put that out right there. I do know more than the casual person because, hey, when it was on TV, I'd let it play, I'd watch it, I'd enjoy it. But Top Max maybe only can name 10 Pokemon and their abilities. So just like you when they announced a Detective Pikachu, get that out of my face, where's Ash and his friends? I want to see that movie. Pair that up with the fact that it's not even one of the most popular of the Pokemon video games. It just seemed like an odd choice for them to start off this Pokemon world with this movie. This to me is officially the movie that we will consider the best video game adaptation that we have thus far. If you're a big film fan, you've heard of the curse of a video game movie always ends up sucking, and you know what? This is going to be the exception. One of the big reasons is I gotta hand it off to Rob Letterman, who was a director mostly known for movies like Shark Tale, Gulliver's Travel, and Monsters vs. Aliens. You show me that resume and you tell me they're going to do a Pokemon movie, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be good. But I'd be wrong, because this guy manages to capture the atmosphere of what it feels like to be in the Pokemon world. Every second you're on the street with the character of Tim walking around and you see all these different Pokemon. Some that they even use as extras in the background that you have to really squint at to be like, oh my god, is that Charizard over there? It's something you don't really want to leave, and you're very happy to see it come to fruition. But other than setting up the atmosphere, the characters in this movie also are very fun and engaging. You have the character of Tim played by Justice Smith, who, as an actor, I didn't completely love in the movie Jurassic World. In fact, I found him kind of annoying, but in this movie, hey, he handles a lot of the heavy emotional load, because there are some layers to his character, and he does a great job on screen. Now, pair that up with Ryan Reynolds voiced as Pikachu, who would not be my first guess to be like, that's probably what Pikachu sounds like, but you gotta get your geek goggles on and realize this is a Pikachu. It's not the Pikachu that we know to be with Ash. So when you have that in mind, you're like, okay, probably all Pokemon have a different voice if they were able to talk like this one does. And yeah, you kind of have to tune out that thought of, man, I'm hearing Deadpool right now. And hey, if you're that person who loves Deadpool, consider this a mini little sequel, because Ryan Reynolds definitely pulls off all the laughs in this movie. He just has one-liner after one-liner every other second in this film, but he's also cuddly, adorable, and you just want to take this little Pikachu home with you. And the movie did not stop with engaging characters. It also had an engaging story that I'll say is very, very faithful for Pokemon fans. And the reason I say that is because me just being a casual fan, I understood some things going on here, but there were other things in there that I was like, I don't get this, but I'm sure the guy next to me who came in a Pikachu onesie probably does, because he's smiling so hard right now. So do keep that in mind, that this is definitely going to enhance your enjoyment if you are a true Pokemon fan. And if you're casual, you're gonna have a good time, but the movie isn't always that forgiving. There are some stretches in the story, some leaps of faith, some things that seem kind of out of whack and random, but make sense because they're in the Pokemon world. The CGI, though, you can't really get too mad at it because we don't have actual Pokemon to compare it to. So I'm gonna give it a big win, because there are times where it is beautiful, it is stunning. You think to yourself, this movie looks pretty expensive. But I'm not gonna lie, there were about 2 or 3 scenes in here where it was just CGI nonsense, where you could tell there's no humans on screen right now. Everything I'm seeing is computerized. But that's just really the ambition this movie was taking, and I applaud them for that, because honestly, this movie opens the door for so many other Pokemon movies to happen if they do decide to go with an Ash movie with his friends, or hell, any of the other Pokemon trainer characters, or some of the other obscure video games. Can you talk about a Pokemon Snap movie? Yeah, give me some photographer, pair him up with a Charizard, and give me a crazy story like this one, because hey, I could use me another fun adventure. So honestly, any of the negatives with this movie are just nitpicky. The CGI wonky at some times. The story is sort of out there. And really, for the Pokemon diehards, the pacing sometimes isn't all that great. It's kind of a short movie. You jump from scene to scene in such a short span of time. But really, this movie's just to have fun, and it's gonna bring in a whole new generation of Pokemon lovers. I could just feel it. This was not the disappointment I thought it was gonna be. I am truly surprised and very happy with the way Detective Pikachu turned out to be. Alright, so for Detective Pikachu, I'm gonna give action 3.5 stars. There actually is plenty of action going on here, not even battling between Pokemons, just these characters running away, getting into fights, and the big bad, whew, It's real good. Comedy in the film, I'm gonna give it 3 stars because, hey, Ryan Reynolds knocked it out of the park, man. Funny dude, all those one-liners, I just want a supercut of them because I was laughing at everything he said. Drama in the film, surprisingly, I'm gonna give it 3 stars because it did pack in that emotional element that you really didn't need to have. You could just give us the basic twist and turn mystery story without really packing something that's gonna make you feel sort of sad and care for what's going on screen. Horror in the film, I'm gonna give it no stars. I mean, yeah, you got your creepy Pokemon here and there, but it's nothing really that'll scare a child away. Suspense of the film, I'm gonna give 2.5 stars because while everything was well done, the story, the comedy, the action, suspense isn't all that great in this film. You can kind of see where it's going. So for casual fans, I'm gonna give this an A+. Cinephiles, I'm going to give this an A-. And critically, I'm going to give it a B-. For Detective Pikachu, I recommend you add this to your collection at home.
That's a keeper.
Really gotta be proud of what Detective Pikachu did, and since this technically is a video game movie, you can expect this movie to be responsible for other video game movies to start popping up left and right. Hey, Mortal Kombat, I'm looking at you. But Sonic the Hedgehog could be the one to ruin that also. Fingers crossed. Also, let me know what you guys think of Detective Pikachu if you got around to see it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.